I accidentally broke my copy of the miniature I made with Blacksite Studios, and then I watched the movie Aliens, and this week's video is a direct result of that.
So a couple of weeks ago, I was carelessly cleaning my office and I knocked over my Goblin Mini. I was so mad. It smashed in a way that it could not be salvaged, and I couldn't believe that I did that. At that point, only a couple had existed, and I'd given them all out to my friends at Adepticon. Malev selflessly gave me his back, so I had one to paint, but I still couldn't bring myself to throw away the broken one. It just sat on my shelf as a reminder of how clumsy I can be sometimes. But then I watched Aliens, and then my brain got going. I decided to use this lion's jaw and incorporate it into one of the machines because, of course, Geiger was the guy when it came to biomechanical art. So I thought, let's put a little bio in there. Then I loaded up Archie and all my supplies in the car and went to go prime it. A pro tip is to have lovely, generous people in your lives who don't mind if you make messes in rooms of homes that they're renovating. Ooh. I've often said that priming is becoming my favorite part of sculpting. This is holding true. I'll give you a better look. Here's the gobbo that I'm painting versus the one that got destroyed. So after creating a adequately creepy habitat, I got to work deconstructing the goblin, which was a lot of clipping and a lot of filing. I didn't want her to have a clearly defined face. I was thinking about when Geiger was asked if his work could be used for the xenomorph, and seeing the piece that they wanted to use, he said yes, but let me make some minor alterations. It shouldn't have eyes. So I decided to kind of take a nod from that, de-emphasize the eyes. It was interesting trying to kind of evoke some of the lines and textures that Geiger does on such a curvaceous body. I had thought about kind of trying to slim her curves down, but honestly, I was afraid that I was going to snap her in half again. This is mostly going to be covered in wires, and I'm tired of touching it, so I'm going to call this good. I had some extra milliput, and I keep wasting milliput, so I made a hot water bottle, but he's got a fever. I don't know why I made this. Honestly, there were so many parts of this process that I was just not sure if it was going to come together the way that I wanted to. But for me, it was really once the wires were put in place, I was like, oh, okay, this is looking kind of like how I imagined it in my head. And with that, I think she looks good, and let's get some paint on her. So here's the final results as of now. I did do some highlighting by setting up a light and almost tracing where the light hit. I am going to go back in and emphasize them some more, but so far, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Oh, hey. Sorry about that. Didn't see you there, Witty. If you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you. I hope you enjoyed this process. I sure did. I learned a lot. This is definitely the most ambitious sculpting that I've ever done. This is my fourth or fifth time sculpting in general, but it was definitely a learning process, just like every sculpt is. I really enjoyed the diorama aspect too. I feel like it's kickstarted a part of my brain that wants to just make a bunch of terrain right now. And as I was working on it, I was thinking about how much I'd love to do a big diorama, a giant diorama, and then I realized I was just thinking of an installation piece. So maybe I'll do one of those someday. I don't know. I still haven't been able to stop thinking about Geiger and Aliens. Do you guys have a franchise that you're particularly fond of? I know there's so many, but I I think the alien might be my favorite. It was really fun having you guys guess what I was working on this week. You had some really good guesses. Thank you guys for coming along with me on this journey. I can't wait to hear what you think about it, and I can't wait to see what we do next. But until then, I think I'm gonna go put on the next alien movie. It's time for number 3. But before I do that,
and don't forget that you are currently making the world a better place just by being you. It's like your superpower. So keep doing that. Bye, guys.